NBC News was given rare access to a military base in southeastern Taiwan.
I feel pressure, but this is what I do.
Where rookie pilots are preparing for what officials here see as an increasingly urgent threat from communist China to invade.
On the streets, in the skies, and on the sea, rising rhetoric, and the U.S. warns real danger of military confrontation. A growing list of U.S.-China flare-ups, fueling fierce anti-American sentiment among the Chinese public.
The history of Taiwan's connection with China is a rich tapestry spanning centuries. Taiwan's historical ties to China date back to the late 17th century, when it was absorbed into the realm of the Qing Dynasty. However, the island's history took a crucial turn in 1895, when it fell under Japanese authority following the First Sino-Japanese War. During Japan's control, there were economic and social reforms, but there was also prejudice against Taiwanese people. Taiwan was returned to Chinese sovereignty after World War II, but not without challenges. It became a haven for nationalists who had lost the Chinese Civil War to Mao Zedong's communists. As a result, the Republic of China, ROC, was established on the island, claiming to be the rightful authority of all of China. The Chinese Civil War's unresolved status, as well as the cohabitation of two administrations, one in mainland China and one in Taiwan, have affected the current condition of affairs. Taiwan's historical trajectory interacts with its economic importance. Taiwan had exceptional economic growth and modernization during the nationalist regime. While this time was characterized by authoritarian governance and limited political freedoms, it provided the groundwork for Taiwan's current economic dominance. Since then, Taiwan has evolved into a thriving democracy with a distinct sense of Taiwanese identity. One of the most prominent characteristics of Taiwan's current global importance is its position as the world's largest semiconductor maker. This evolution is inextricably linked to Taiwan's Civil War history, as Taiwan's industrialization and economic growth were fueled in part by its unique historical conditions. Today, the island is critical to the world economy because semiconductors are crucial components in almost all modern electronics, from cell phones to powerful military systems. China's goals towards Taiwan have long been a fundamental component of its foreign policy. Taiwan is viewed as a renegade province that must be reunified with the mainland by Beijing. This reunification objective has been a continuous motif in Chinese politics, and it has been especially emphasized under the current Chinese leader, Xi Jinping, in a historic mission and a solid commitment of his government. This approach has caused tremendous tension in the region and has sparked international concern. In contrast, the U.S. has chosen a strategy of strategic ambiguity when it comes to its commitment to supporting Taiwan. This indicates that the United States purposefully keeps an open mind regarding how it would respond in the case of a Chinese invasion of Taiwan. While the United States has unofficial relations with Taiwan and has provided military assistance to the island, it has not made a clear and unequivocal commitment to defend Taiwan in all situations.
I raised U.S. concerns, shared by a growing number of countries, about the PRC's provocative actions in the Taiwan Strait, as well as in the South and East China Seas. We do not support Taiwan independence. We remain opposed to any unilateral changes to the status quo by either side. We continue to expect the peaceful resolution of cross-strait differences. We remain committed to meeting our responsibilities under the Taiwan Relations Act, including making sure that Taiwan has the ability to defend itself.
This policy of strategic ambiguity is meant to dissuade unilateral action by either side and to keep the Taiwan Strait stable. However, it introduces uncertainty and raises concerns about the level of U.S. assistance for Taiwan's security. There are major military inequalities between China and Taiwan in terms of population, economy, and armed forces. With over 1.4 billion people, China has the world's largest population and is an economic behemoth with a GDP of around $18.3 trillion. Its armed forces, known as the People's Liberation Army, PLA, are large, with over 2 million active members and a wide range of military equipment, including tanks, aircraft, submarines, naval ships, and artillery. China's military budget is similarly large, at $225 billion, dwarfing Taiwan's defense spending. Taiwan, on the other hand, has a substantial numerical disadvantage with a population of roughly 23.5 million people. Taiwan, on the other hand, has invested in the development of a modern military armed with cutting-edge technologies. The U.S. has provided significant assistance, including F-16 fighter jets, enhanced missile defense systems, tanks, and other advanced military gear. Taiwan is already in a stronger situation than Ukraine was before Russia's invasion in 2022. Taiwan's defense budget, which will top $15 billion in 2021, is nearly 3 times that of Ukraine for the same year, while its entire GDP is approximately 5 times that of Ukraine. Taiwan's modern military capabilities and U.S. support make it a more formidable adversary than its numerical size might suggest. The policy of strategic ambiguity from the U.S. and the unique geopolitical complexities of the Taiwan Strait contribute to a delicate and potentially volatile situation in the region. The difficulties of a possible invasion of Taiwan are multifarious, highlighting the intricacies of such a military campaign. Taiwan, unlike Ukraine and Russia, is isolated from mainland China by the formidable Taiwan Strait, a body of water that spans more than 80 miles at its narrowest point. Any attempt to invade Taiwan would necessitate an amphibious assault, a famously difficult and risky military venture. Taiwan's terrain provides substantial hurdles to potential attackers. Defenders benefit from the difficult terrain and 258 mountains above 10,000 feet in elevation. Furthermore, Taiwan is made up of over 100 islands, many of which are too small to be visible on a map yet are outfitted with missile, rocket, and artillery weapons. Extensive bunkers have also been tunneled into the islands surrounding granite slopes. This defendable topography would make Chinese conquest difficult and potentially costly. Any large-scale amphibious attack would be complicated by the restricted number of invasion beaches, which are frequently bounded by cliffs and urban areas. In such a scenario, Taiwan's distinctive topography may favor a defensive approach and potentially spark an uprising, complicating China's occupation plans even further. Another important component is Taiwan's foreign support, albeit unofficially. Taiwan enjoys close unofficial connections with the United States and Japan. While Taiwan has only a few official diplomatic relations due to pressure from the People's Republic of China, PRC, it has developed strong links with significant players in the international arena. The question of whether the United States, in particular, would intervene militarily to defend Taiwan is uncertain but crucial. The United States has always practiced strategic ambiguity, purposely leaving its response to a future Chinese invasion ambiguous. However, recent pronouncements by U.S. leaders, such as President Joe Biden's warning that the U.S. would respond to an unprecedented attack, have aroused concerns about the country's evolving posture. This ambiguity complicates matters and may act as a deterrent to Chinese military intervention. A Chinese invasion of Taiwan might have severe and far-reaching economic implications. Taiwan is an important link in the worldwide supply chain, especially in the semiconductor industry. Semiconductors are essential components in a wide range of current technology, including smartphones, GPS, and military hardware. TSMC, Taiwan's premier semiconductor manufacturer, is the world's largest and most advanced, accounting for more than 90% of worldwide semiconductor manufacturing. A battle on the island would very probably delay or halt semiconductor manufacture, resulting in global shortages and economic ramifications. This disruption would not only undermine China's economy, which is largely reliant on exports, but it would also have an impact on global sectors, potentially triggering a recession. Despite these possible economic implications, China may be willing to risk an invasion in order to gain control of the semiconductor supply chain, which may give it significant power in important industries such as electronics, artificial intelligence, and weapons manufacture. The economic ramifications of such an invasion might be severe and far-reaching. To summarize, the conflict between China and Taiwan is a global issue with many intricacies, not just a regional one. It emphasizes the importance of diplomatic solutions and peaceful resolution of the Taiwan Strait difficulties in order to avoid the potentially devastating effects of a military war. And that's all for today's video. This is Visionomics, signing out.